Hello, happy Wednesday the 3rd of December, currently 20 to 3, and I've just prized myself off the sofa to have a little bit of a chatty video. I feel rough, okay? Oh my god, I'm sick of the sound of my own voice about it. I'm sick of the sound of myself throwing up. I'm sick of it. I am going to probably mention that quite a bit. Ugh, bore off, I know. Bore off. Just, a little bit of an update of everything. Also got some questions from like an Instagram, question box Q&A thing, which is probably about 3 weeks old now, to be honest. You know what's really frustrating, right, is I thought I was on the turn with sickness, and I come to bed last night and I struggled to sleep so much. Steve was snoring really loud as well. I was like, oh, I couldn't bother to move, to go downstairs. I did get up really early though, to be honest, and I said to Steve, turn your alarm off, because like I'm getting up, because honestly it was just unbearable. Not the snoring, that was rough, but I mean like just feeling shit. But yeah, I feel like I was getting better with the sickness, and then last night constantly throwing up, this morning constantly throwing up, constantly feeling sick, constant. Where's my drink? I've got my soda water, which helps so much, but anything else, honestly, it's so rough. It is so rough. I can't even tell you, like, something you want so bad, and then it comes, like, obviously nothing is ever easy, is it? We know that from, trying to get to this point. But I mean, like, something so precious, like, it is so precious growing a baby, and then the things that come with it, the sickness, the constipation, oh my god, and I feel like I've constantly got me bloody hand up my arse with these bloody things I have to stick up, but all my meds stop, actually. I got in contact with Manchester Fertility, actually, who we did the IVF with both times, as you know. And I just said, when does the injections stop? I've still got patches. I have to wear 3 patches on my belly every day. Yeah, every day. They get changed every 4 days. I'm doing 2 things up my bottom every day. The Cyclogest, which is just progesterone, and the Prontigest, which is an injection every 4 days in alternate sides of my bum. My bum is black and blue, bruised, and yeah, it's rough. Honestly, it's so rough. They said to stop on 12 weeks, 6 days. I'm 12 weeks tomorrow, pretty much now, but tomorrow, like, officially. So, and then I've got my scan on the 12th of December. So with the 3rd today, and that's your detailed scan, like your measuring scan and all of that. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. That's what's keeping me going, and getting things ready for the lads for Christmas. And even though oh my god, I'm so frustrated because of, feeling like I'm coming out the other side, and then just feeling so sick again. Every single thing that I eat and drink, apart from this, although if I was to have something to eat now and then drink this, I would be sick. Soda water actually says on Google, because I didn't know you couldn't drink bloody, what was I drinking? It was recommended, and then I Googled it. Well, I found out, people were commenting saying you can't drink that. You can't, but people were saying you could, so I was like, oh my god. So what was it? What was I drinking? Tonic water. That's it, tonic water. Now, that helps as well. They're sort of on the same level, aren't they? But soda water you can drink pregnant, and it actually says on Google it does help with nausea and vomiting, and it like calms the stomach. But yeah, I was drinking loads of tonic water. But I just drink this now. Soda water. I can't drink normal water. I can't drink anything. I went through a stage of absolutely chugging pure orange juice with bits. Can't even stomach that now. So, yeah, and I'm doing the boys spaghetti bolognese today. With mince. With mince. I said, do you want corn? No, you don't want corn. So, yeah, I'm going to do spaghetti bolognese very soon. But I just feel rough. I've got a banging headache. And do you know what? Do you know from being sick of the toilet, like, my stomach hurts, my lower stomach. So then I'm thinking, oh my God, am I doing something, you know, I feel like I'm, I don't know, straining my stomach. And then I get a pain in my head from being sick. And then, honestly, I'm a mess. Steve come down earlier and he said, bloody hell, I've just heard you. And yeah, I must sound like, I don't know if the neighbours can hear me, but I must sound fucking, it's dead loud. It's dead loud. I annoy myself with how I sound. It's constant. Honestly, I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. Sick of it. Steve's like, you're right. And I'm just like, oh, I just feel sick. And I feel, like I say to him, I bet you're sick of it, ain't you? You know, and he's like, no, don't be daft, you know, like, do you know what I mean? But, just, yeah, it's one of them, innit? You just got to ride it out and hope for the best, because, yeah, I just wanted to get, like, I've got so much to do as well, that's the thing. And I filmed a Temu video, I'm working with Temu, and my fucking makeup was shocking. Tried to be festive, put a bit of silver eye on. The room's dark, my hair, I just washed my hair, it doesn't look it. Because I put some oil in it, you see, and it took it back to square one. And yeah, like, I'm annoyed at that. Like, happy with the video, but annoyed at, like, the darkness of the room. It's the day we went to the Christmas market, and, like, how my makeup and hair look. And Steve's like, oh, you're being overcritical. And I'm just like, oh, everything's just doing me head in. I've got to, like, get the lads' room ready. The other carpet needs ripping up, ready for the new one to go down. And there's a couple more shelves being put up in time for some new bits for Christmas. You know, like some figures and Funko Pops and stuff. And they've got 3 bags of stuff that we're giving away. Brand new toys that my lads haven't been into toys for a very long time. They're like novelty stuff and like fidgety bits and, you know, little collectibles. And Tyler's very into like collecting figures and stuff like that. But, you know, Mason's definitely very grown up. So's Tyler, like he's 15, but like Mason, like at 13, Tyler was like still into, you know, a lot of like more younger things. Mason's very like into his aftershave and, you know, he's, do you know, Mason smells, honestly. So yeah, I'm trying to get the room, I've got to get rid of these 3 bags of toys. I'm just going to give them away. It's like books, figures, a brand new LED table tennis thing, like, you know, tabletop size, and all a brand new Nerf gun. It's like this big, but the box is tatty. It's been under the bed, they haven't opened it. Nerf gun like that, it's massive, with like yellow fuzzy balls. Battery operated, but yeah, the box is a bit battered, but it wouldn't bother me, like, if, you know, I wrapped that up or something for Christmas, but we're just going to give them away. So I've got to get rid of them. Steve's painting as we speak. I've got to go over a few more. Because I've got, nearly fucking soaked myself then. Because I've got half a tin of their grey, because they've got like a shadow, is it shadow grey or shadow night or something like that paint. Every so often, do you know where kids fucking fingers over walls and stuff, you know, or the lean on walls and that. So I'm going to go over that. So every so often I go over it with, you know, a little roller, just on any marks that are, you know, need touching up. So I need to do all of that, and I just can't bother driving to B&Q today. Steve's going, you're right, you're really quiet. And I'm like, I'm just trying to focus on not being sick. Like, I'm just trying to focus. And then there's this fucking huge pothole in the road. Like, I'm talking, it was a square. It needs reporting or something. Like, I don't know if they're on it or what, but I stopped and the car behind me was like, I indicated to go around this pothole. There was no way. I was waiting for the traffic to fuck off on the other side of the road so I could go around, indicating everything, but he was up my arse the whole way round. I don't think he liked that stop for this pothole, because then I looked in the mirror and he went over it with a big, you know, like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I was just telling my life story again, didn't I? Yeah, sorry about that. I could have you in my pocket. You just come with me all day. You'd be fed up. You'd be fed up with me moaning about being sick. Anyway, these questions. Like I said, 12th of November. So that's ages ago, isn't it? Steve said, oh, I'll just lay on the sofa and go sleep, or go sleep in bed. But I feel like I need to do something to distract myself. Do you know what I mean? My head's banging. I thought, oh, I'll take some paracetamol, but I'm struggling to take tablets. Even though this rough one that I take, this tablet, somebody commented saying, put the drink in your mouth first and then just pop it in. That actually worked. I didn't get no nasty taste. So yeah, that actually works. So thank you. But yeah, I'm struggling to take tablets at the minute. So anyway, these are the questions. Thank you. If you are still here, I don't know if you still follow me on you know, Instagram. I don't know, you might occasionally, if I post a photo, like, loads of people disappear. I'm like, fucking hell, am I that bad? You fucked off, why? I don't know, I just think people are like, oh, go away. And you get all the, like, lovely people, you know. But yeah, if you are still here, or, you know, if you are interested in, I don't know, really, I don't even know what I'm saying. Don't even know what I'm saying. Do I look high? Again, another day of not washing my hair. I've just bunned it back, look, and air sprayed it. And then the airspray dries and it looks like dandruff. And I've gone a bit lesser on the makeup today, and I think it looks so much better because just, I don't know, I just felt like I look so extreme when I've got like a dark lip liner on and me fucking everything's heavier, you know. So, I don't know. Anyway, these are the questions. So, like I said, thank you. Do you think that you'll move house with baby coming? So happy for you both. Thank you. Do you know what? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. But do you know how I kept saying, like, I wasn't asked about, you know, buying a house or whatever? Like, I'm just saving and seeing what happens. So now I'm not doing IVF like it was successful, thankfully. Money that I had aside for more transfers, that has now gone back into like a house pot. So that is there to, you know, build on. Like I said, I'm very thankful that the IVF worked. That would have just carried on the IVF. Because I'd set that aside. Like, I'm not putting that into IVF now. So yeah, that's going into just a pot. Not a physical pot, but, you know, like a pot of maybe. Because we did randomly take a little look on Rightmove for sale within the area and say like 20 miles. And you could get, like, for a really, really, really good price, like a 4-bedroom house, you know. Obviously some things need a lot of work, but livable, you know, you could tackle room by room. But I'm talking like really cheap, you know. And if you wanted to go even cheaper, you could move to good old Grimsby for 60 grand and get a fucking 3-bedroom house there, honestly. So, but yeah, I'm not moving to Grimsby, I'm just saying, like, you know, when you're looking, can you hear my cats? They're fighting. Cats are fighting. They come alive about this time. They've been sleeping all day. And about 11 o'clock at night. And I think, I wonder if the neighbours think, what the fuck is going on next door? Because they're up and down the stairs, you know, bombing all around the rooms, fucking on beds and everything, running up the wall. I'm not even joking. But, yeah, so it's not like a 100% thing, but I have thought about it, spoke about it, and, you know, started saving. Have you tried... Oh, fucking, I need glasses. Have you tried smelling citrus for your nausea? Lemon head candy drops worked wonders for me. Lemon head candy drops. Do you know what? I haven't, but I've had a comment like this before. It might have been from yourself, actually. And I just got sour sweets. And the first one I had, threw it up straight away. I think it was Sour Patch Kids. And I was like, they're not even sour. So, yeah, nothing to do with lemon or anything. I don't know where to get lemon head candy drops from. But I would, honestly, will give anything a go because I'm just so fed up. I feel like I'm getting better and I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is great. And then it's not, you know. So, how much maternity leave will you take? I don't actually know too much about maternity leave. I just know that you can go on maternity leave at your workplace. So I'll just take really what I can, you know. Just, yeah, what I can. Especially if I feel sick still. So I'm actually, like I keep saying, I'm due back at work in about a week and a half. I ain't heard nothing from them. Constantly throwing up at work and like my patience was so thin. I just thought, I can't, I need to be like at home. Like, it's not the right environment right now, you know, so. But that runs out very soon. So then I'll go back. But I haven't heard anything from them, so I don't know. And yeah. Will baby have own room? Will you move house? So again, baby will be with us for, you know, quite a bit, you know, from the new age and that, you know, new age. From the new age, what the fuck am I on about? From newborn. Can I be honest? I'm so nervous to do it all again. I feel like, do you know, because my kids are 16 and 13, everything just feels so new. I'm so ready for it. I was a different person, you know, when I had Tyler. He's almost 16. I was a different person. I was very young. And I'm so like just with life experience, as you go through the years, you know, you become a different person because you're growing as a person, aren't you? So yeah, I just feel like life is very different now in many aspects, many aspects, from, you know, mindset, maturity, knowing stuff. You don't know anything at that age, you know, having a baby. Steve is so solid. He is so, like, I know I go on about him all the time, but do you know what I mean? Like, he's so supportive, so solid. Like, the way he makes me feel is like we can do anything, you know. He don't give a shit about what people think. He's confident. He will give anything a go. You know, things are just really different. And over the years, like, you just grow as a person, don't you? And like financially as well. You know, I had fuck all when I had Tyler. Very different, but yeah. So the baby will be with us for quite some time, and then, you know, who knows what happens? Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, I hope to be, you know, in a different house where we've all got space. Do you have any gut feelings about if it's a boy or girl? Honestly, I can't call it. I cannot call it. I just know that I had this amount of sickness, probably worse with Tyler. And I've got sickness now, and people are saying, oh, I think you're having a girl because I only had sickness with my girls, but I had it with Tyler as well. So lots of people, it's just very different. Honestly, I can't call it. I don't know. So when I get my clearer scan photo, where everything looks a little bit more clear and, you know, baby's more developed, next week, I am going to be looking at the nub theory and seeing, but I will be finding out at week 15 as well, which is just after Christmas. So I don't know, I'm going to ask them if they'll do it just before Christmas. Like, it's like a day or two out, whether they'll let me do it. I don't know. Let's see what they say. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy with, you know, girl or boy. I think a girl would be very different. Very different. And I do look at a lot of girl things in the shops and I'm like, oh, but then equally I do that for boys as well, you know, but I just think because I've had 2 boys and everything's been very like, you know, yeah, it'd just be weird, different, I don't know. Exciting, either way, I'm really excited, but yeah, no gut feelings or anything. How excited is Tyler and Mason about the baby? Massive congratulations to you. Thank you. Yeah, they're really excited. They talk about names. Tyler is sickened by some of the names. But also he was going to be called Romeo because he was due, I'm joking, he was due on Valentine's Day, and he came before Valentine's Day, but that was his actual due date, and he was going to be called Romeo. I actually liked the name Romeo, but he's like, if you'd have called me Romeo. So yeah, we have a lot of laughs about you know, names and stuff and chats and that. I think at the minute, this is going to sound like it's, at the minute I'm just in the thick of the sickness, and that's I've sort of made that everybody's reality, which is really sad, like, because all I'm doing is throwing up and all that, do you know what I mean? So if the kids hear me throwing up, they'll come out and be like, oh, you're right. So we haven't really spoke too much at the minute about a lot of things, but they are excited and looking forward to it, and they cannot wait to find out. So they want a brother. They did want a sister, but they want a brother now. So yeah, they're excited, but at the minute it's just yeah. How do you budget for Christmas? Thank you for your vlogs. Thank you for watching, I appreciate it. How do I budget for Christmas? So I don't really know, to be honest. If I'm being completely honest with you, like totally honest, my kids had a budget, I have gone over budget. To be honest with you, I've just become a better saver in recent years. Just learnt to, you know, put money in pots and save and just, yeah, be better with it, you know. And every year, lads, I've had a budget, and this year I've just gone a little bit over. But usually I get them to write me, it's like an online wish list, and they'll just send me stuff, you know, not of things they like they want, but not everything. That it's just like a rough idea of stuff, you know, and I'll just pick a few things off. And I don't buy shit that I used to, so, you know, I'd probably, this is what I mean, like we've got 3 bags of stuff that we're, you know, giving away. Saving money has been, honestly, like I literally don't spend money on the amount of shit that I used to. Will you be moving to a bigger house if you have a girl? Will you be having a nursery? So obviously eventually we will move, but it's just not something that's easier said than done. But yeah, it's definitely something, it's got to be right, because like I said, we moved to this house and you know, signed, sealed, delivered. This is my fault, realised there's no parking. I was parking fucking ages away. Ages. If you had a Tesco shop, you'd be fucked, alright? Really, really busy. You know, there's a couple of restaurants in that area as well, and like a lot, just a, you know, a bit going on. Also, you know, extensive mould problem. I was just very, yes, it was a, you know, big house. Every bedroom had a bathroom because it used to be a bed and breakfast. So I was like, oh my God, the kids are going to have an ensuite. You know, it was just very big. It's very big. You didn't hear upstairs, you didn't hear people from one room to the next. You know, downstairs, the walls were paper thin, and I could hear next door having a conversation. There was a rat problem, and the next door neighbours actually told me about this rat problem as well. And they said, you know, how basically they're surprised people had moved in. And there was just so many problems, honestly. There was just issues left, right and centre, and I was just like, oh my God, this is my fault. I felt so bad. I mean, Steve had a real, like, heart to heart. Like, he was really, yeah, he wasn't happy about it. It was, and then things started unfolding, and it was rough. Do you know what I mean? So it's got to be right. It's got to be right eventually, but I'm in no rush. But eventually, you know. So like I said, you know, baby's gonna be in here with me next to me crib. You know, this room is big enough for a cot. You know, and just bits and bobs. Like, it's not a tiny room. It's not massive, but you know, it's enough for now. So I've got plenty of time just to see what happens and, you know, work it all out then, you know. Not a question, but just want to say, being an IVF mum, I'm so happy for you and Steve. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Congratulations to you as well. You know, it's really special. Do you have any baby names? Do you want to hear my baby names? I've got them in my folder. This is all I got so far. Not that. Food shop. Frankie. Belle. I love Belle. I love Belle. It's, do you know what, this is going to sound so daft, but I hear church bells every Wednesday. It's fucking Wednesday, innit? Yes, I'll be out for the church bells tonight. I love it. Honestly, I get dead emotional. It's pathetic. There's a big church that does all the church bells, and it's dead eerie. It's dead eerie, especially on a foggy night. Oh, I've drove past it many times on my way to work, and it's dead eerie. Honestly, like lamppost, fog, and you can see headstones, and you know. But they play the bells, church bells. I just love Belle. I could just imagine calling her Bells. You know, Bells, you ready for school? Bells, what's wrong for breakfast? Bells, get here! Ronnie, Romy. I love Roma since Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. It's one of my favourite films. It was. I watched these films that I loved as a youngster, and when I watch them as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's a bit of an anticlimax. Toba. Stevie really loves Toba with an I. He loves Toba. Lua. Bobber. Chase. Rainer. We actually, do you know what? I also love the name Maddox as well, for a boy. But Steve said Rainer the other night, and I was like, Rainer? I can get on board with that. Rainer. Like, that's, yeah. And then Layla. I love the name Layla. I was obsessed with wanting the name Layla. It's very much in there. It's very much an option, but Layla is just a beautiful name. So yeah, they're some of the names. Your favourite Christmas movie? Oh, sorry. So I love a few, to be honest. I love the Polar Express. One of my favourites. I love Home Alone. I don't think you can beat it, really. It's my favourite. It is. Yeah. Not a question, just want to say I feel like I can't see. Not a question, just want to say I'm absolutely over the moon for you and your beautiful family. That's really kind of you, thank you. Honestly, so many messages like that, like, it's honestly really kind. When's your due date? I can't remember if you shared it. I don't have a due date officially, like, but I've worked it out. So obviously I've had like a private scan, and I've had a couple of scans, you know, when I've thought there was an issue. But they haven't actually said this is your due date, but they've told me, you know, baby's measuring this, which is, you know, right for the time. So obviously I've worked out my due date to be 18th of June. 18th of June. Summer baby. Always wondering how you're doing. Oh, thank you. Burn, toast, charcoal, settle your stomach. I thought charcoal makes you sick. Maybe I've got that wrong, I don't know. I'll try it though, thank you. Not a question, but just want to say I hope the sickness eases soon. Thank you. My stomach now. My stomach. honestly, I can't even read these. What's your advice for starting a YouTube channel? Don't hesitate, do it, just go for it, and just post a mixture of things, or if you like got a specific area of things that you wanted to post. I don't know, if you make rugs, maybe, I don't fucking know. If you make rugs, post them rug videos, okay? But I mean, like, just do a mixture of everything, you know, a bit about you, you know. People love to see people shopping. We all have an element of being nosy. You know, people like to know what products are working well, like if you're into that. Also as well, people are drawn to personality. So something that I am so big on is don't try and be like other people. Guilty of this when I first started YouTube. I just felt like, oh, okay, this is how you've got to be, you know. Don't even recognise myself in some of my earlier videos, you know what I mean? Because you're almost trying the most to not be yourself, but actually being yourself is everything, and probably really relatable. Or, you know, people just people like different people for different reasons, and you're drawn to personality. So for me, like, if I like somebody that I'm watching, do you want to know what I'm watching at the minute? Fucking people remove barnacles from crabs. Honestly, that's all my For You pages. Oh, they're in the middle of the sea, yeah. Oh, I've just got this beauty of a crab. We're going to get these barnacles off if you look here. And they can't touch them if they've got eggs. Lobsters, yeah. So you flip it over. It's a girl, loads of eggs. Staple the bottom so then other fishermen can't say, you know, it's protected. Protected. But anyway, they get rid of all these barnacles, which, like, just these weird things poking up and down, like in hard bits, like stones almost stuck to their shells, bless them, you know. And then chuck them back in the water. That's all I'm watching at the minute. TV wise, fuck it, if we're going at it, ambulance. I'm watching Code Red, Critical Condition, A&E at night time, midnight, whatever it's called, A&E at dark. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, yeah, that's the ambulance. Yeah, I was going to say, where all the paramedics in the room. You don't realise how many fucking calls they have to take. And it sort of opened my eyes as well, because sometimes, like, if I rang an ambulance at work, which you quite often do, working in care, you quite often ring an ambulance. And they'll say, oh, the wait time for your area is 8 hours. And I'm like, 8 hours? 8 hours? Like, 8 hours? Do you know what I mean? So, I get it. Watching this show, I get it. I get it. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, sorry, I've gone right off, haven't I? But yeah, just post whatever you want, really. Don't be afraid as well. Don't be afraid to be cringy as well. Like, I imagine there's people out there when I do my try-ons are like, oh, what is that fat bitch doing? Like, I can just imagine it, do you know what I mean? And, oh, she shouldn't be a mum. She shouldn't do this. She shouldn't do this. She's so embarrassing. Oh my God, poor kids. State of this, state of that, state of that. Like, fuck off, like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta be yourself, go for it, and just not give a fuck, because at the end of the day, I mean, you look at some content that people put out there, and you, like, I love it, honestly. I love to see people, you know, killing it and just being themselves, and I think that's what draws you. And obviously there's people out there that you don't like on social media. I know there's creators out there that, like, I'd never leave nasty comments, never. It won't even cross my mind. But sometimes, like, I just scroll or press not interested because, you know, they might do me head in or whatever, and that's normal. That's like human nature. Like, we don't always vibe with people, vibe with their energy and stuff, but I think just don't overthink it, go for it, you know, you don't even need a camera, get a phone. I quite often vlog on my phone out. When I'm out, if I, like, film, I always film this way for YouTube. I don't know if there's some sort of trick and you don't need to do that, but I always film this way for YouTube and that way for shorts. So I have to turn it long ways, else you have gaps on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. If anyone knows any tricks of the trade, let me know. But, you know, I just think, oh no, that's what I was saying. Yeah, my phone sometimes makes a really weird crackle. And people have said, oh, it's because you're probably near a radio or you're near something, you know, like that. It's not. Sometimes I could be in the middle of a field and you'll still hear that crackle. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it doesn't need to be all technical, just bits of your life. Go for it, you know, and I'm sure your audience will, you know, gravitate to you and whatever. And social media has become so big, and I don't think people quite understand the potential on social media. I'm a very small channel, very thankful for everyone here, but I'm a very small channel, you know, and what you can earn on social media is wild, absolutely wild. You know, I know it's helped me with, you know, saving and IVF and things that, you know, I've wanted to do. Like, I think when people say, oh, get a real job, like, if you pay tax on it, you know, what's got to be classed as a real job to, you know, pay tax on it? Like, if you pay tax, do you know what I mean? And I also have a job. I've got 2 jobs, technically, that I pay tax on. So, yeah, I think people underestimate that, and I see that a lot in people's comments. Oh, get a real job. I seen someone recently, someone was saying, oh, and they'd posted their earnings just off one platform, and in 1 month it was like 6 grand. And it's really doable. Like, social media, the potential is wild. Like, honestly, just, you know, go for it. Go for it. Like, don't overthink it. You know, you could just pick up a camera and film tonight's dinner and just do a cook with me. I really want to branch out into shorts and, you know, different platforms. The reason I haven't is because I don't know if I have, like, I forget mostly to film little things because I'll either be filming for YouTube, but also I haven't got the brain space to do everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do get really overwhelmed lately. I get really overwhelmed, you know, and but I do want to start doing more shorts and things like that, more like little bits in life, you know. But yeah, just go for it. Would you ever do a live? I want to do a live, but I'm so put off by other people's lives. And I think, like, a live is, you know, supposed to be like a nice place for you all to, like, chill and chat. But then, like, I've seen people's lives where they're just bombarded constantly with, like, negativity. People even that don't know them are just, you know, never seen their content in their life, but just, like, passing through and just being, you know, awful. So I just think, like, I don't know, it sort of put me off a bit, you know. I just think I can't be doing with that type of energy, you know. Can we have a day where you only do makeup and skincare from B&M? Yeah, I'm really happy to do that. And then, like, I've got a lot of, like, baby name questions and things like that. Oh, I thought that was something else, then I was going to show you that, but it's not. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. I need to get a spaghetti bolognese on the go. Look at my kids when they were little. I found this photo on my phone. I've got thousands of photos. But I was looking for a certain photo. But look. I don't know if you can see it. Tyler and Mason. Look. Absolute. Tyler's hair. So cute. This is me shocking makeup for Temu. I'm doing a Temu video. Look at it. It's just really dark. Like, look. Do you know when you do something and you're so annoyed with it? But you know what? I posted a photo on Instagram yesterday saying, like, how happy I was to be coming out the other side. Like, it just completely changed. Like, the minute I posted that, it was like, no, we're not having that. So, but anyway, someone just put, you can gift the stapler to me. Let me see. What can you say? Mine's just broke. You can have it. Let me screenshot your comments so I get back to it. Gladly, take it. I'll just have a stapler for nothing. I'll just end up pressing it just to get all the staples out, you know, when you get a bit fidgety. But anyway, right, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping me company. I'm just moaning and my head's banging. But yeah, I love you. Don't let any dickheads get you down, alright? Alright? I'm going to go make a spaghetti bolognese. With garlic bread. And I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video anyway. Alright? I love y'all.